you know.
No, no. So if you were to try to say in a nutshell what you feel has constituted your secrets for success, what would you say those have been? I mean, it certainly sounds like determination and drive are there, but then I suppose most of us who have a great idea would say that our determination and drive is something that pushes us. Yours, I think, is more than that, isn't it? What's at the heart of what you feel has been your secrets for success?
I mean, I think that more than anything, it's authenticity.
Hmm.
And authenticity is infectious. So when somebody truly believes in something and they're honest and they say, this is what I believe in, and this is why I think this is important to me. And I have to believe in it before I can get anybody else to believe in it. And so to me, that's the number one pillar. And then I would say drive and determination and never giving up
Hmm.
um, and never and refusing to fail.
Hmm.
And and it's okay to have failure, but to just quit is not
Mhm.
acceptable.
Yeah,
So failure actually pushes you forward because when you fail, you learn and then you get to grow because you've learned from that failure. So I love when we fail because we always learn something. And as long as you don't repeat the same failure, you're going to grow.
right,
And, so I think being okay with failing in the moment, but never quitting because of failure is
right,
super
got you.
important.
That's a
So,
distinction, and that's worth noting. Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
mhm.
So I suppose really the one thing that's kind of resonating with me is from my experience when I've supported people as a psychologist, but also as a presenter, so often we have women in the audience for obvious reasons. Female entrepreneurs seem somewhat different in a couple of distinct ways from male entrepreneurs that I've ever picked up. One of the factors, unfortunately, is that we are hesitant at times. We
Mhm.
can we can delay or procrastinate in making a decision until we feel we've either got all our facts or all the money in place or all of something. So that tends to risk averse or comes across as risk averse.
Yep.
What would you say to women in particular? Is there anything that you feel you particularly want to try to express other than the excellent advice you've already given?
I think that fear of failure, so you don't start, is a really hard thing to overcome. I don't have that. In
Mm.
fact, I probably have the opposite of that. I make decisions probably too quickly and I have a feeling about something and I want to try it. And I'm okay with it if I fail. And I know that I am going to always pull myself out of the muck. So failure is not something that I'm necessarily concerned with unless it involves a massive amount of money. And then I get a little nervous. When I cannot make a decision quickly is when I get nervous because I don't have that feeling. So I think that even if you're scared of failure and so you don't start it on the smallest level possible. So let's take a cookie business, for instance. You don't have to start a cookie empire. How about sell some to your friends on social media and start that way and grow with it and just let it be a thing? It doesn't need to be an official business until you're ready and comfortable. Because if you don't believe in it, which is why you have fear, you're not sure, then it's not going to work. So
Mhm.
build up and do a little bit at a time. I say that about cooking too. Like if you think that you're not a good cook, then you might as well not even start because you're never going to be a cook if you don't think you're a good cook. But
Mm.
start with one recipe, something that you really love to eat, and make it 30 times. And
Mm.
once you get to the point where you're like, I could make that like the back of my, in my sleep, blindfolded, I'm good at that. When
Mm.
you believe that you're good at something, nobody can stop you. If you believe that
Absolutely.
you have a good product, if you believe you have a good idea, that's really all you need. Nobody's going to stop that.
No, and I suppose although it sounds very obvious now that we're expressing it together, actually, I think it is important to draw out the fact that what you might give a try is this crossover between what you're good at and what you're passionate about, and where those two overlap is what you are
Hmm.
probably most likely to be able to take to market, because
Yeah.
the fact that you're good at it means you will try and try again. The fact that you're passionate about it means it won't be so scary. It won't be terrifying the same because you're going to be driven about it and because you enjoy it. And I think enjoyment is key.